So this one's a challenge, so this isn't a walkthrough one, I don't think. This is one that's up to me to figure out what I need to set up, so... yeah, let's find out. Start the lab. Right, the mission is the company has an application that sits behind a load balancer. The application runs on EC2. Recently, we need to customize the responses given to requests, in particular HTTP URL path has arisen. Application is legacy, it's being rewritten by another team. They've suggested adding a rule to the load balancer to listen and forward requests to a specific URL path to a Lambda function. Lambda will require much less development effort than asking dev team who are currently rewriting the app to make the changes. Boss has asked you to investigate the option by creating a prototype. This can be examined and tested before the deployment in production. This is a hands-on lab. You'll have to implement the example solution. To fulfill the brief, so we need to create an application load balancer, an EC2 instance, and a Lambda function. That's the login, so code of validation. So what things do we need to do? Create a Lambda target group that satisfies the following. It must use Lambda for the target type. You don't need any health checks enabled, and the target group name needs to contain Lambda. So ELB. Put one there. So do we not actually need to make the load balancer? It's already done. Target group. So create a target group. So point it at Lambda. Group name must have Lambda in it. So what should we call it? ELB Lambda. Disable health check. Should be it. Already got a function, so we'll use that. So if we did we satisfy the first condition? We did. Sick. Right, okay, we failed two, so we failed. So we also need to make sure the group satisfies the following. It must use an instance as the target type. Oh wait, this is another. We need another group, so we want target group, create another one. This one using instance on HTTP port 80. This one will perform a health check on a health URL. And the group name needs to contain the instance, so this will group name. ELB lab instance. instance, so we'll use that one. Create a target. Cool. So now we can. So this one that it failed, we can check again. It passes that one. We need to register an EC2 instance in the instance target group. So we need to create an instance.
"17 graders from Security Live have joined."
Hey, Security Live. Stick around, you should get a shout out. Why have I got another ad? What the hell?
Okay. Now it's gonna be going. Okay. Okay.
Need some music. Tra-la-la-la-la-la-la.
What the hell? La 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 la.
I'll have to do that.
Thank you for the raid. How's it going? We are going through more of the AWS labs. We've just done. Oh, which ones did we do? I've shut the window. Let's try and go back. Tell you. Loading. Good. Yes, we've just done one on building microservices with Lambda and API gateway. Then we secured the gateway with a custom authorizer. Then we used an S3 bucket to serve files through CloudFront CDN. And now we've got another, like a challenge. So the other three were walkthroughs. This one is just like here's a set of requirements, you have to do them. Doesn't tell you how, you just got to actually configure
Security Live status. Secure the gateway?
Yeah, apparently that's a thing. So yeah, then some of the challenges are like create a target group, make sure the target group's got like a certain name. So I've done half of them already. So I need to make sure a EC2 instance has been registered within the target group that we just did. So this lab instance, register a target. Let's include that. And then I can check again, and that should. Yeah, there we go. So yeah, so create the target group for a Lambda, create a target group for an EC2. Make sure that EC2 is linked. This is what we just did, like just by configuring it. That was already done, and now we've got to add a listener to the application load balancer and add a rule to the listener to forward it to Lambda. So once we've done those two, the lab is done. So we want, where's the load balancer stuff? So load balancer, add a listener to the applicant. So we want add a listener. It's going to listen on 80, and it's going to forward it to the instance target group. So instance. Forward traffic to the instance group by default. So Do that, and then we'll add a listener again. And this one needs to match a rule. Matches the lambda path. Okay, so how do we do that? So we do it in here. Add a rule. Forward to lambda. So if the
Fix it says,
path, there we go.
good night everybody. Have to go to Zilly.
Can I fix it? So if it matches lambda, we want the action to go to a lambda path, a lambda target group. Priority should be max. No, that's right, that should be fine. So leave that. Okay, we need one, let's do one. Great. So if it matches the path of lambda, it will go to lambda, otherwise it will go to the instance. So let's check again. Yay, there we go. Submit. That was it, yeah, 12 minutes. I had an hour and a half for that lab. Did it in 12.